I hope y'all find me. Poo, poo, poo. I don't know what happened with the transmission. I'm going to do this vertically instead of horizontally because I think the detail is a little better for y'all. So I'm just going to keep going and hope y'all find me back again. If not, you can watch it on replay. So I have 50% vegetable glycerin, 50% distilled water. So if y'all are going to make any of these mugs, and I will have some for sale, guys, I just haven't felt like it. Hi, whoever came back. I'm glad you're back. I will put together an Amazon list of what I bought because most of this stuff came from either Walmart or Amazon, and there's a reason for that. I did not want to spend a ton of money going to high-end sellers till I was sure it was a craft I like. And I haven't worked on it as much as I should because, guys, I have not felt well. Imagine that. So there's all my excuses. So when you mix the glycerin is the consistency of snot. And that's a medical term. It's so greasy. Get it on your hands, you need soap to get it off. So hello everybody who came back. Thank you guys. So I just have a stick, popsicle stick, and I'm going to fill my little bottle. Now this little bottle came from one of my orders. So one of my cup orders. The hiccups I get for free. Yay, I'm back. Hello from Scotland again. Oh my gosh, what time is it in Scotland, sassy pumpkins? Y'all just know I'm getting some spam. Let's see if I can. I'm going to put her in timeout for 24 hours. Okay, don't ever buy anything from the Daisy, give this mine stickers. Oh boy. This is not, put user in timeout, 24 hours. This is not for sales, guys. Oh my word. All right. 1 p.m. Okay, and it's like 8 here. So what I've been working on, I don't know if y'all know this. My son works for a coral propagation company in Northwest Ohio called Tidal Gardens. He's worked there for about 15 years. He is, and I always get his title wrong, he's the manager. So all the people report to him, good morning again, Sandy. And they propagate coral. That's probably not the right word. They like cut it up and put it in place. It's fascinating. So he's very, very smart and very into aquatic stuff. And he used to work when he was young to a place. Oh my goodness. Look, Flex. Okay. All you people. With, oh, good grief. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. Just don't pay attention to the messages that I have to delete. Never click on a link. Y'all know that. So he used to work at a place called Two Turtles. It was a pet store when he was young. So I found this decal. And originally, oh, this is so greasy. I was going to do this one. And let's see if I can. Well, y'all, I'm not going to put the plug in it. It's so greasy, I don't know if I can do this. Let me turn this. Let me shake this. I made this one, okay? And I used, I'm going to tell you all the pitfalls, right? I used this Torque Super Chunky white. Most of the whites that you see are not opaque, and opaque is much better. Okay, so you see how pretty this is? To me, this looks more like snow, and it didn't float my boat on this. So I'm like, let me set this aside. Oh, okay. Want to see help? I think you mean hello. Wow, that picture's pretty good. Can't see my keyboard without my glasses. I understand that. And somebody said, can I ask something? You're always welcome to ask. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to answer. If it's inappropriate. So on this channel, we don't cuss. We don't talk about things like pew-pews and all of that. Are you doing weed again? Boy, I tell you, we need to, we are going to hide you. What's my size? I'm a fluffy girl. I'm not small. Anyway, guys, so I have in my little bottle, and it's got like a straw that goes down. So even though you would think it has to be this way to get something out of it, the liquid has to be at the bottom. It's really weird. So I redid this, and I used a lot of this teal green color, which I think I used it all. And I have not put any liquid in. So one of the things I'm doing, guys, to try to understand is to try it different ways. Try different kinds of glitter and eventually different solutions. So I will be doing more videos, and I am learning how, because I've been to YouTube University. Yeah, that's what I've been doing while I recover. And Brandy, what's my say? Brandy, I'm like a medium, you know? I'm a little fluffy. I'm never going to be a small girl. I hope that helps. I didn't mean to be rude to you, but sometimes I get like really bizarre questions that aren't very nice. So, okay, let's keep on filling. And then we are going to get up. It's just counterintuitive to lower something. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Oh, boy. When it's held for review. Oh, boy. Guys, I will never understand YouTube, you know? I get the rudest, meanest comments. And I'm about the most benign person that you would ever want to meet. Now, I realize I'm not a gorgeous 20-something, 30-something girl. You may see me without makeup, maybe like today, you know. I just, hello, EA Edits. And Juan, yes, I am strong. I am strong. I've been through a lot. And so if you don't know my backstory, in March I was diagnosed with originally stage 4 lung cancer. That got modified to stage 3. I've had 7 weeks of chemotherapy, 35 radiation treatments, and 2 immunotherapy treatments, which will go on for a year. So, yes, I am a professional. I'm a retired RN. But anyway, thank you for your kind words. At least you're not... Guys, I get everything from, are those your real teeth? And I have a mint in my mouth. I have some implants, dental implants on the top, but for the most part, they're my real teeth. To, you're fat and ugly and you shouldn't be on YouTube. Thank you, Tracy. And thank you. Deandric Martin. Maybe that's, I would not say that pronunciation is always my strong point, but at any rate, it can be kind of disheartening because you're like, geez, I'm just trying to offer a service here. I'm just, you know, sharing some knowledge, and you know, it's not about me or how I look or whatsoever, but I get it all, guys. And probably one of the biggest things, and this really is weird to me, is the fact that I use both hands, and people will say, you don't know your right hand from your left hand. Why are you writing with your left hand and then you write with your right hand? It's just the way it is. God shows his love for us. And that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Yes, he did. And you know what, guys? I would be nowhere without the Lord in this. And I may cry, but that's okay. Because I cry very easily. If you're new, you'll know I cry a lot. If I didn't have the hope of eternity with the Lord, I would be really scared. And when this most recent illness came up, you know, the pneumonitis, I was like, you know, Lord, I'm ready to go. Can y'all hear my chickens? That is the baby out there throwing a fit because her sisters aren't up yet. Let me just make sure they're okay. Hold on. Oh, Lord Jesus. What on earth, girlies? Oh, my word. Sometimes you have to open the window and yell at the chickens. Y'all don't think I'm the biggest hillbilly. But that's okay. Let me turn you around here. So, can y'all hear him? I have to yell at Miss Winona because she gets so loud. Miss Nona, shut your mouth. Girly girl. I had, y'all, a fox attack last summer and lost a chicken and had an injured chicken. So when they start balking, it makes me nervous. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I never want to insult anybody's religion or belief system. But if you want to know how I'm assured of my salvation and that I'm going to heaven, you're going through so much. I don't know why people are rude either, Sassy Pumpkin, but they are. I mean, look at how many comments I've deleted already. I apologize, guys. The other symptom that you have is a dry cough. So, I'll tell you a little story. You know, my craft things are always about stories. You see these? They're called, we always called them Starlight Mints. My dad, who will be gone 15 years in December, loved Starlight Mints. So at his funeral, we had a big apothecary jar full of them. Because he always had them in his pockets and he would give them to the little kids at church and stuff. And I haven't been able to eat them since. Well, I had bought a bag thinking I would make a wreath out of them, but because you can melt them in the oven. But see how it's kind of like, they're kind of ugly because I bought the generics. So I've been eating them. They're pretty good for coughs. Okay, so I filled this up pretty much as high as I can get it. I'm going to put my finger over the hole in the bottom of the tumbler. And I'm going to shake it. Now, if you use all fine glitter, besides the hiccups that you might get, and for my new Sassy Pumpkin, I have chronic hiccups too. Oh my gosh, is that beautiful, y'all? I finally did it. Look how pretty this is going to look with Benny's thing. My son's name is Benjamin, but he's Benny, everything but. Look how gorgeous that is. And what it will do is over the next, I'm going to say 48 hours, the air bubbles will come to the top. The glitter will get really good and hydrated. Oh, that's pretty. Y'all, is that not pretty? That matches my eyes. Oh, hello, my April. Good morning. Bing, bing, chillin'. I always think of Bing cherries, and I love cherries. And so does my son. Guys, I am super tickled with that. Now, here's the question that a lot of people have. How many rolls of paper towels does it take? I'm using the Bounty Selecta size. Guys, buy a good quality paper towel. Crappy paper towels don't work for this. And to clean everything, 91% rubbing alcohol. Because you don't want to introduce any germs in that. This is why you need to use distilled water, not filtered water. I have RO, reverse osmosis water on tap. I don't use it. I'm just afraid. Now, they come with a plug. Can you all see the plug? All right. So I'm going to go ahead, even though I'm sure there's still air in this, and I'm going to plug it. Now, this isn't always easy. There we go. It'll snap in, and we will epoxy it down. So let me show you this. So here's the first one that we made. Just a girl who loves fall. Thank you, Tracy. I have sealed this. There we go. I put a glitter bud on it. That's what it's called, glitter bud. And I put the little pumpkin on it that matches this pumpkin. And then I put some things on the back. And I glittered the top. I really like it, except this glitter isn't as coppery as this glitter. So I may put a little more. But this was my very first one. So you kind of learn as you go. I also have these big double-walled 24 ounces that we're going to use for the, it's called a honey drip. And it's like the color of honey dripping down. And then I have some bee, I think they're out in the hallway. There's crap everywhere. And so a couple of you had mentioned, sorry about getting short of breath, guys, from talking. I love my life. Guys, if you don't know me, I think it's good that I do lives because I have an extremely sarcastic sense of humor, and I like to make fun of myself because it helps me through the situation. So I don't hate myself. I just like to make fun of myself because it can really ease a lot of awkward situations. And my son is like the king of it. Like the apple does not fall far from the tree. Okay, I am so pleased with that. Now, I was like, I want to know exactly how much glitter. So that was about 2 inches of glitter total. Maybe a little less. But it's perfect, right? So, even though, yeah, okay. Can you all see the air at the top? Even though you think you have it filled, you don't. Now, I've shared before that I got a lot of this interest. Ooh, I think I can get that out. From Shelly over at, oops. Okay, well, that was not the right thing to do. I had a little water in that. You're going through a lot too, Tracy. I'm sorry. If you ever want to share something, guys, privately, I want you to know I will never, ever share it on this channel or embarrass you in any way, shape, or form. That is not my style. And feel free to email me at sweethoneybath@gmail.com. My email is always in the description box, but not of my lives, of my regular recorded videos. Come on with it. Now, this is a condiment bottle. And I just have distilled water in it. Okay, where'd the hole go? Sometimes you just have to water it. And the Dollar Tree condiment bottles leak like a sieve. Just saying. I have some soap making. And guys, I haven't forgotten that we need to make soap. I have some soap making bottles that work much better, but they're so big. All right, well, I can't seem to get this air out, but for right now, let's clean up our mug, and I will, hola, Rosalva. That's a beautiful name. My Spanish is quite weak, though, let me tell you. Oh, gosh. I actually went, as a younger person, on a missionary trip as a nurse to Belize, Central America. Let me tell you what. I thought I spoke great Spanish. And you gotta realize, guys, this has been like 30 plus years ago. I could understand what people were saying because they talked fast, and it's not like book learning. Now, I've never tried, some of the little things where it will teach you, like the Rosie something. Anyway, yeah, so I do a lot of gestures and fat. Okay. Why are my eyes so gorgeous? I have a sneaking suspicion if they look like they're this color. I drug my ring light upstairs to the craft room. I've messed up the light settings. So does that look more normal? But I do have very blue eyes. All right. So one of the items that I ordered came with this little cup holder. So somebody said I'm fat. I hope it's fat like P-H-A-T in a good way. Still beautiful. Thank you. I didn't wear any eye makeup today. And y'all, I've done okay without my lashes, but I miss them. But you know what? I got thinking about it, and I was like, probably not real good that I'm putting super glued on. I'm sure it's eye safe, but you know, probably wouldn't hurt me. Hang on, guys. Now the lawn folks are here. Let me shut this window because it will get really loud. I need some oil. All right. Okay. So before you ever want to put a wrap or stickers, thank you, Nick, for the positive energy. I can really always use it. I'm going to spray this really, really well. Maybe inhale a little bit. Alcohol kills germs, right? I don't drink, so that's probably the only way I'm going to get alcohol. Now, it kind of made me think, you know, I don't need to be wearing lashes all the time. Like, I can get by without them. But my lashes are quite blonde, so, or silver. Okay, I think we're good. Wow, this, can you all see the big air bubble now? Can you see that? So you will think you've got all the air and you don't. But let's go ahead and put this on. Now, when you do a cup wrap, and I'm gonna try to get this in a good position. 85 pairs of scissors, but none right here. I have a few craft things, just a few. Well, crap. Those are pinking shears. Well, now I know I have them. Did I throw them in here? Oh, I forgot about those. Okay, sorry. Sidetracked. Let me find some scissors. These are my good fabric scissors, but I'll have to use those. Okay, so there's no handle to this cup, so there's no right start and stop spot. But let me show you. It's going to very, very slightly overlap. I'm not fat at all. Aw. Thank you, April. It's gonna make me cry. So I am going to, so there's a white backing, but when you separate it, the white, of course, is going to come off. So these are white backed. Some are completely transparent, translucent with a clear backing, but I think this is going to come out really, really nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel back about that much. So an inch and a half. I'm going to cut off. Oh, those are nice. The scissors are new. I'm going to cut off a portion of them. Make sure you're putting it on right side up. Aw, thank you guys. You guys are too kind. And, okay, don't prematurely grab. I want this. I mean, I could measure it, but that seems pretty complicated. So what I'm doing here, can y'all see? Is I've got it started, but the backing is still on. So, and these cup holders are beautiful. If you don't have a cup holder, I've seen people use pool noodles just to kind of, you know, keep it from running around. So we're going to start applying that. Do you think I have a little glitter on stuff? Oh my Lord, you should see my floor. So this helps get the decal, if you want to call it that. It's actually a UV DTF wrap is what it's called. And I don't know why they're called DTF, but it doesn't stand for what you think it stands for. It's like Jersey Shore around here. Oops, I got a little glitter on that. So I'm going to keep turning the cup. You know what, guys? Before this, okay, too late. It's already, I was going to move it up a little. Never mind. It was just a thought. I'm just going to keep doing this. Keep going around. See how nice and smooth that's going on, and it keeps it from, you know, going up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't think we put any, well, we've not done any wraps before. I've done a lot with my Cricut, but these I purchased. Okay. Before I stick that down, there is a clear layer on top of this that I want to get started. And I find everybody does it differently. I really like doing it at a 90-degree angle. I feel like the decal, or it's not a decal. I just feel like it sticks better. Now that is one bizarre turtle right here. So there is going to be a front and a back to this, but that's okay. Because my son's already told me he doesn't want this. You will have it, you will display it, and you will tell everyone your mommy made it for you at work. Hi, Tanya, or Tanya, I'm not sure which way you say it. Gosh, this is cute. Uh-oh. Okay, so what happens if you get a spot that doesn't want to come off properly? You can use the hard side. You can use the soft side. Yeah, let's still stick. This is supposed to be the water foam, so it's pretty thin. The other thing you can do if you come against, like I can't get it off, is start peeling the other direction. Ask me how I know. So I want to ask you guys something, because I got a lot of good supporters on here. See, this is why you have to be tough as nails if you're going to be on YouTube, because I will tell you I've had my feelings hurt to the point of crying before, and I'm better than that right now. Like, I don't get as upset about it, but why would somebody say, am I still high? Y'all ever seen me act inappropriately? Like, I'm not taking anything, even narcotics. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe it's my sassy sense of humor. Well, now that we've heard the chickens, we'll get to hear the lawn guy. But my grass really needed cut because, oh yeah, that worked. Ha, ha. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all, how cute is that? Now, I don't like this. I don't like that it doesn't meet 100%. I don't like that the turtle looks like it's been chopped in two. But that's the way it's going to look. So what could I do? I could take an X-Acto knife. Wait a minute, where? Oh, right here in front of me. And I could cut around this so that it doesn't look so weird. So there's not like this half split turtle. And you want to do that before this is set for a really long time, because I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. It gets harder to take off. So if you want to have a less obvious demarcation. I don't know, I'm going to think on that one. You could do like a resin glitter line. I think that would just draw attention to it. But I love this. I think Benny will love it too. I'm all set with the glittery cups, Mom. Don't make me one. I'm going to make you two just because you said that. That's kind of our sassy pants relationship. Like, Ben is such a wonderful son, and I'm so blessed to have him. I could have never made it through this journey without him either. He's been super encouraging. And at first when I was like, oh man, Ben, my gosh, I am just so short of breath. Or, you know, that was my first symptom. He'd be like, what do you expect, Mom? You have cancer. Deal with it. And then he would laugh. Good morning, Brenda. Brenda, this is why I gotta wait a little bit to get your order done. There's glitter all over everything, and I don't want to sew glitter into your order. And yeah. Wow, there is huge air bubbles in this. Let me see if I can get some of this out. So, one thing I will say is put your little doodaddy where you can find it. I mean, there's just such a huge air bubble. I want this, oops, fill up. Well, that's because I got the thing up too high. You can see the air is coming. Well, is it coming out of that or that? All right. Got a little bit more of the air out. We won't do the glitter bottom on this one, but I did think I wanted to do something with the lid that was a little different, just to aggravate my son, just saying. So let's set that aside for a minute. See, there's glitter all over everything. All over. This would be a good one. It's got an imperfection in it. See right here? So my recommendation to y'all is, where's all my stuff? Is it right here and I'm not seeing it? Oh, might be. Let's see. Don't worry about anyone who's negative towards you. They're just trying to ruffle your feathers. Yeah, and I'm a good candidate for that. Listen with what you're going through. If you need meds, you take them. Yeah, but I mean, if I seemed off, that really upsets me. I wonder if it's just, and I'm going to pop out this little silicone thing that the straw goes through. I wonder if it was just my wonderful sarcasm. Because I can really lay it on thick sometimes, and maybe people thought I wasn't myself. I don't know. Sparkle girl. All right. So let's talk about the lid and the materials that you need. Let's clean up our mess a little bit. There's a lot of different things that you can do, and I already know what I want to do. So I purchased, this is vase filler, and it comes in all kinds of different sizes, but it looks like little ice cubes. So what I wanted to do on the top is kind of mimic, let's mix up in a medicine cup. We're going to mimic the glitter I used here. So, can I even remember what I used? Okay. Was it this one or no? I know I used this. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? Look at that. You have to bring people along in their misery. They don't like to be miserable alone. Misery loves company. I know you're right. I know you're right, but I mean, good Lord, if I ever seem off, y'all need to tell me. Maybe I need an examination. Y'all, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm going to put this silver in. Look at this silver. So That's what's picking up like the green and stuff. Guys, I don't have a lot of green, but I have this green. And I am going to put some in the top, even though I used all the green that I did have. And this is great. It has a little seal thing. Ah, glitter itches too. And when you pull it off, it goes poof. The last time I worked on cups, I sneezed and glitter came out my nose. And Hanky Panky Frankie, he be glittery too. Bless his heart, guys. I don't know how much longer Frankie gonna be with us. God love his little heart. He's the sweetest cat. Well, he's kind of like Sour Patch Kids. He can be sweet and he can be rotten. And I need a new stick. He can be really rotten. Okay, here's a new stick. Okay, so I'm gonna mix up just a little glitter mix. So that was the green, the blue, and the silver. And, well, that just doesn't look like enough blue. Let's put a little bit more blue in it. I'm dying to order some really special glitters, but guys, they're expensive. My original goal, so y'all know, was to get into the tumblers that, you know, like these kind of tumblers, that are epoxied, but it's a whole different set of stuff. So I'm gonna get this down pat first. Ben's gonna love that cup. He gonna tell me he doesn't, but he gonna love it. Yeah, boy. All right, so what I use is UV resin. Got this on Amazon. It's Kisrel, Kisrel. And y'all have to show where I have to put it because the cord's about this long to the UV light that comes with it. And it doesn't come with the block. So I am going to put, and I've kind of learned about how much it takes from the first one I did. I'm going to cover it first with the UV resin and give it a good stir. And that's way too dry. Wait, does that have a lid on it? Yeah, I need to get my do I have glasses, you ask? Why, yes, I do. Do I wear them? Yeah, sort of. Not a lot. We love it. Watching from Austin. Turtles would be a big hit for us beach lovers and love your humor. I'm so glad somebody else talks to their kid like that, because, y'all, I gotta tell you, funny. Now, some of you might not like this, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So, my son's father and I have been divorced since before my son was a year old. And we're just going to leave that at that. He's not a bad person, nothing like that. So, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. Because it's not that funny, but it is funny. When my mother died 2 years ago in June, Ben's dad came and was pallbearer and helped, you know. And there to support Ben, right? Well, for about an hour before people came, it was the family private viewing. So Harold, Ben's dad, was there, and I'm there, and my sister's there, and my mom. Not everybody dies pretty, y'all. I hope I can die pretty. Just shut the lid if I don't, you know. My mom died with her mouth very wide open, so they had to do a lot of work to get her mouth closed, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So Mom didn't exactly look like Mom because there was some distortion in her face. I hope you guys think this is funny because I thought it was hilarious. And now I got to think about who that was. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, now I know who it was. So my son's over there on his phone, and I'm like, could his work not leave him alone just for 5 minutes? You know, I'm getting all sassy. Hi from Kurdistan. Can you speak Kurdish? No, I speak English. And muy pequeño español. Anyway, I was like, Ben, is that important? He was like, I gotta show you something. So I'm thinking it's like his boss bugging him or something, right? So he takes the phone over to my mom in the casket and holds it up next to her face, and he goes, Mom, she looks just like Steven Tyler. And she did. Well, we got tickled. You know how it is when you're grieving and then you laugh inappropriately. I am sure those funeral home people were like, we need to throw them people out because I think they've been drinking. And none of us drink, so that wasn't it, you know. But she really did look like Steven Tyler. And to this day, every time I see Steven Tyler in something, I think of my mother. She wouldn't have known who Steven Tyler was. All right. So before this hardens up, oh, that is that gourd. Can y'all? Oh gosh, guys, that is really pretty, but it's way too thick. Way too thick. So the other thing I want to tell you about resin in general, which I did not know and I'm learning. My son does a lot of custom 3D printing as a hobby and sells it at his Etsy shop. And no, son, I haven't started Etsy yet. Just in case you're tuning in to see your present. Some people develop severe allergies to epoxy and to resin, to the UV resin. So I have seen people have to wear like respirator masks, like, like the big gargoyle, not COVID masks, real breathing masks like a fireman would wear. So that is something I think would be good for you to be aware of. If you're a very allergy prone person, you may want to limit your exposure. Wear gloves, like I'm doing right now. That's funny. See, Sandy, it is funny. Y'all, because we have a lot of new people. My family has a history of weird funerals. Let me just say that. I won't tell all the stories because then it'll get a little bit morbid. But let me tell you what I did. So my mom had vascular dementia. She was in an assisted living for memory care because she was an exit seeker. So she would go pee. I don't know what that means. So my mom's fell and broke her hip and then just declined terribly. So she had bad heart too, bad kidneys, diabetes. I got in the wrong genetic line, let me tell you what. Anyway, y'all, you want to very carefully, look how pretty that is. So let me swing you around here and show you what. You guys are going to laugh at me, but that's okay. I think you'll still be able to see me. That fell on the floor. All right. So here's the little UV thing. Has little legs. Oh, crap. Yeah, and you don't want this over the edge like I've got it. Let me set this down. Hang on, guys. I forgot I have the Heista clip. Hold on. Wait for it. I'm coming. So it doesn't come with this block. So I have to take it off the phone charger. All right. Not drag the cord. Pull it out here. So this has 60, 90, no, that was right, 150 seconds. I don't need my ice check. What are you talking about? Okay. I'm going to do it on the middle one. So, when my mom was admitted to the assisted living, I tried really hard to let her answer as many questions as she could and not speak for her because she was mentally way better than she was when she passed. But anyway, so they asked, do you have advance directives? And she had a do not resuscitate order. That was her wish. And she had prearranged funeral. And they said, where? And And she said Tobias in Beaver Creek, which is where I grew up. I'm like, yeah. So when Mom passed away, I'd been up for like a day and a half. My mom would not, she wouldn't let go as long as I was there. And their suggestion was, why don't you leave, go get something to eat, go rest. I mean, this is like midnight, right? I no sooner got home, laid my head down, Mom was gone. And I don't regret that because that was what was best for her so she could go peacefully. And I'd said everything I wanted to say. So when I went back, and this isn't everybody's cup of tea, and I get that, but I wanted to bathe my mom. I wanted to dress my mom in her favorite Christmas pajamas, even though it was June. And it was about 2 o'clock in the morning when the funeral home got there, so they let me wheel her out to the hearse. I did everything I could for my mom till she was out of my hands. So I finally go home, get to bed. I'm going to do 2 of those, guys, because that was a thick layer. Funeral home calls. We can't find your mom's arrangements. Well, it was done in 1986. I know that. So, oh, well, in that case, it's in the archives. It's in the basement. We'll go pull it. Hour later, one of the owners calls me, one of the Tobias boys. Kim, your dad was buried through Newcomer. Could you have sent your mom to the wrong funeral home? I did. So, you're overwrought with grief, you're tired. But I'm very type A, and I've always been in charge of everything, and I don't make those kind of mistakes normally. So, real quick, my mom was a little tiny thing. If you've all seen her on my videos, I mean, she was like this high to me. I'm thinking, well, there's been a lot of hours. I'm sure rigor mortis has set in. So I would have to transport her lying down. But I have a sedan, and Mom's pretty short. I don't know if that's legal or not, but I guess I could pick her up. And they were like, oh, no, honey, you don't need to pick her up. We'll transport her. And I'm like, well, thank God. Because I was doing the whole weekend at Bernie's, thing in my mind. I'm like, who sends their mother to the wrong funeral home? But what I found out is they said it happens at least once a week. So I feel so bad. And they're right down the street from each other. So I think that's partially how it happened. Guys, I still think that needs just a little bit longer. Sometimes you have to do it 3 times or so. Let me check my messages here. Y'all, I gotta spray my hands too. I don't know what, Levi, I don't know what you're doing here, but I'm announcing your departure. Gate 1, you're out of here. All right. I don't need a lot of names like Epstein and all that on my chat. So, y'all, I've been down some roads. But that's funny now. At the time, I was like, I really beat myself up. Like, who does that? Who sends their mother to the wrong funeral home? Even though Mom said, Tobias, I should have known it was Newcomer, right? But, and I preached my mom's funeral, and I'm not a preacher. It gave me something to laugh about, and it helped in the rough times. But at the time, I was pretty mortified. Daniel, can I? I don't know, can you? Almost done, guys. You tired of hearing me huff and puff? Yeah. Can I? I worked at a restaurant, and when Muslim customers came to eat, I secretly put pork in their food. Okay, that's bad. But, yeah, that's pretty bad. Probably not as bad as transporting your deceased mother in your car, but thankfully I did not have to do that. And my mom only weighed maybe 80-something pounds, so I could totally pick her up. It wasn't that. It was just the idea of, okay, once I get there, I mean, what do? Do you carry me? Hey, I have a customer for you. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I've been down some roads. I'll make you have a fun time. Daniel. Bye, Daniel. You've departed on gate 2. One time a Chinese missed me. Ask you for directions and you send him walking an extra 5 kilometers. I don't think that's terribly funny. Let's see. I don't think I've ever done anything like that. You guys, it's almost done. I promise. I know this has taken a long time. Patiently happy. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right. What do y'all think? Woo, Benny, you're gonna love it, boy. Whether you want it or not, you're getting it. Okay, let me swing this around. You see all the glitter in my chair? Well, maybe you can't see that. All right. So just to give you an idea, that matches pretty daggone well. What do you think? Oops. Ooh. Now, what do you do if you get one over the edge? You pick it off. That worked out okay. Okay. Hi, Isabella. Welcome. Hamelin Juan. I can't tell what those are. That is Arabic. Hamelin, you've departed from gate 3. Oh, my Lord. Why? Just why? All right. So here's my thoughts, guys. I watched Shelly over at Your Madness Life do this enough. These are what the ice cubes look like. And that blue will kind of shine through. So let me just grab some out. Oops. What do you guys think so far? Give me some feedback. Oops. Don't look at that side. You like the lid? I think the ice is going to be like a nice topper. So let me just, oops. I'm just going to spread it on. And again, guys, you probably should be wearing gloves. I'm not always real great. And you need to be careful that you leave room for the straw. Because if you don't have room for the straw, then that becomes a moot point. And what I've seen done through YouTube University is people will do layers of these. I'm like glitter blind, if there is such a thing. So I'm just doing like less than a quarter of it at a time. And then you throw some on the floor. That's always a good place for. Good grief, Cam. So I know when I did my first video, a lot of you were saying that's too fiddly for me. The lid did turn out great. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you, Sandy. Charlie Kruger thoughts. I think it's very sad, y'all. If you haven't seen the news, it's a person that is a conservative that was murdered. And it's just very sad. But I'm not political, and I try not to dwell on a lot of events like that because it's super depressing. But I am aware of it. I don't know. Now, I haven't looked at it so much later this morning. Where is my... You guys are probably screaming, it's right there! I really, well, other than the glitter that I leave behind, I really like the spray bottle Equate. I'll just buy the refills. It is recommended that you use 91 or 99%. And somebody's going to ask, and I don't know the answer to this, can you use vodka? I would think that would be expensive. But I don't know because I don't drink vodka, so I don't know. But I'm not going to tell you no because I don't know. Okay. So we are going to finish this cup, except I'll have to keep burping it. That's what I call it. Getting the air out over the next couple days. Guys, this is so pretty. Benny, you're going to love it. If he knew I was talking about him, he'd probably be mad. He'd probably be like, I'm not part of your channel. And if y'all wonder why you've never seen my son on the channel, you know, this is my channel, not his channel. And he doesn't even like being on the YouTube videos for his work. He's delegated that. I'm so glad he was a Christian. Yes. Y'all, I know having cancer's changed me in a good way. Like, I'm not mad about it. Do I wish I had better days? Well, sure. Sure, I wish I didn't struggle to breathe and have to take cortisone, which keeps me up at night and stuff. But I can really say that it strengthened my relationship with the Lord and made heaven a little more real to me, you know? Nobody gets out of this alive. And if you want any more information, like, I don't want to get on here and preach to people and offend people and tell you you're going to hell, because that's not the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different belief systems, and what's most important is the ultimate sin is rejection of Jesus Christ. That's the ultimate sin of the Lord. So, you know, it's not for me to judge. That's for him to judge. Okay, guys. Can you see how pretty this is? So let's go down to the floor. Oh, boy. I really need to come up with a longer cord. I'm surprised I could scrunch down like that. Oh, okay, you don't want to do that. Oh, poodle. You guys are going to laugh when I show you my legs. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. You just sit over there. Okay, you're falling off too. Alrighty then. Let me just let that cook for a minute. Alright, guys, you ready for another funny family story? This is one of the best ones. My grandpa, my mom's dad, was a big old cut up. He loved to laugh. He loved to have fun. And he's a big man. He was diabetic, non-compliant, lost his leg, but he had, you know, the big diabetic belly. But you couldn't tell him anything. And he remarried at 81, I think. Lovely step-grandma, Grandma Hazel. But at any rate, he was older than she was. But she took really good care of him till she passed away. But he wanted to be buried in Kentucky, where my family's all from, by his first wife. Well, the graveyard was on he died in the summer, heat of the summer, like August. It was on a real steep hill, and it had rained and rained and rained, and it was super humid. So the hearse pulls up. Well, my grandma that had already passed, his first one, was way up at the top of the hill. And so they take him, the hearse, you know, is a low rider. So they can't take the hearse up the hill. So they, you guys are going to think I'm making this up, but I swear to you it's true. So they take him out of the hearse and put his casket in the back of like a GMC Jimmy SUV, and they leave the tailgate down. Well, if you've never been a pallbearer, guys, caskets are super heavy. They weigh between 200 and 300 pounds, and my grandpa was well over 200. So this is a heavy, heavy burden for this Jimmy, right? So it's low riding. So the hearse driver gets out. He gets in the GMC Jimmy. The pallbearers, you know, put the thing casket in, and he tries to give it the gas, and the tires are going, because it was muddy. And there's no pavement. I mean, come on, it's Kentucky, guys. It's one of them back down home cemeteries. So he gooses it, and the casket shoots out the back. and slides back down the hill a little bit. And my sister and I, because you're grieving, you laugh inappropriately, I do. We got laughing. My mother nearly beat the snot out of both of us because we were being inappropriate. She was slapping both of us saying, "You don't laugh at that." But we couldn't help it. Even the pastor that was doing the funeral, he was like this. So they ended up having to pack him up because they couldn't get him. It was too heavy. But they finally got him in the ground and everything turned out okay. But I'm like, what is it about this family and funerals? It's like weird stuff happens. Okay, guys, let's see. Oh, that's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Okay, let me show you. Whew, those are stickies. So I would say, don't ask me to make your funeral arrangements. Yo, look at this. How gorgeous. I think that's enough ice. Do you? I have mini bottles. What is up with all the trolls? Don't they have anything better to do? Welcome to the world of YouTube. Not only will you get people that say, "You're fat. Do you not have any teeth?" That was another one I got once. Yes, I have teeth. But so what if I didn't, right? There's also the inappropriate ones who are like, "I want to get with you." Just like, I don't know you. Hi there, Miss Jane. I'm hilarious. Sandy, I swear to you, it was so funny. In April, I love alcohol to clean with too. Rubbing alcohol. I don't mean like take a shot, run the vacuum, take a shot, dust. So yeah, I think a lot of it, guys, is you're seeing the side of me that I don't show when I'm doing it, like a teaching, training, or pre-recorded video that's edited. You're seeing the real me, because I love to cut up and I love to laugh and I'm super sarcastic. And one of my favorite things is like if you go to a restaurant and let's say you order an iced tea and everybody else is having waters and the waitress forgets it, right? So when she comes back to deliver the food, I'm going to be like, "Remember the time I ordered an iced tea and you forgot all about it?" And she's like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." But I try to be funny like that and not hard on people. That looks so great. I bet they look great with penguins. Oh, they would. But guys, this is what I'm anxious to do. But I want to get better. I don't know what this one says, "Howdy, honey." Frankie wanted me to make one of these. Nope. But I could use, I wonder if I have like a "Howdy, babe." I don't want to mess up the whole theme I've got going here. That's a cute cow. I'm also not thinking I really want to make kid ones. I have a lot of coffee ones. Coffee, always a good idea. They would look great with penguins. You're brave. I tried it. Look at this, but first, coffee. Now, if you've ever watched, I forget, the one that has like a gazillion kids that they've adopted, she always says that, and it gets on my nerves. So, just like lots of goodies. I think these are, I love this. Caffeine vibes. You could do pink glitter. You could do some black and silver with that. That would be beautiful. Fueled by coffee. That's me. I've shown you the fall ones. This is what I saw that I want. My chicken that got killed by the fox, Miss Marigold. She looked just like this. She was a Rhode Island red. I don't know. This one says "Rise and Shine, Mother Cluckers." Do we have to make it like that? And this is very beautiful colors, but I'm not into Highland cows, right? But somebody else might be. And then I got some new ones. Y'all want to see the new ones? Wash your face with water, chlorine, and fluoride. Well, Basil Baranov. You still laughing? Your mama would beat me too. I laugh at the most inappropriate times. I do too. And then I think, I'm not going to laugh. But every time I would look at my sister, we would just bust out. And my mom was slapping the holy Jesus, mother of God crap out of both of us. And the more she slapped, the more I laughed. I could not help myself. And if you could have seen Pastor Jim, he was like this. You could see him. He was dying to just bust out, but I think he was probably afraid of my mother. She was little, but she slapped hard. Water, chlorine, and fluoride. Well, there's chlorine and fluoride in tap water, so probably good there. Let me grab those new ones, guys, and then we'll kind of assemble our cup and be done for this morning. Ugh. Wait for it, I'm coming. Okay. I have more cups. I think I ordered 8 this time. Can y'all see my legs? I can't really see because the chat. Still laughing, your mama beat. Okay. Well, that's going to be fun. There's different types of food coloring. And if you're using a fat, so if you're making a lava one, you're going to be using mineral oil. That ought to be not greasy. So I would have to use this food coloring. And I've used it before for frostings and such. That's a reorder from me. These are super cute. I had no idea I ordered so many. This is fake sprinkles. So it's all kinds of, oh, there you go. All kinds of sprinkles. And I'm wondering, because they're polymer clay, if you had a big cup like this, if the hole, which is not very big, the problem is the holes aren't very big, and some people will use a drill and make it bigger, but then you run the risk of cracking your cup. So I have that. I also got lots of bees and flowers. These are super cheap. 200 piece. Anybody need any bee cabochons? Ooh, you like the sprinkles? I do too. Our neighbor got killed by our Highland cow. Oh no! Oh no! Wow. I won't even let my chickens peck me. They know better. All I do is give them the eye. I don't have to slap around them like my mom did as kids. Okay, these are really, really cute winter ones. Let me show you this. And y'all know blue is my favorite color, but I know it's not everybody's favorite color. But I've learned there are certain colors that can be hard to do, like yellow and green. Well, why can't I get you open? Guys, I'm going to have to go to the eye doctor. I just don't want to go while I'm on so many steroids because it can affect your vision. Okay, let's pull this. I got it. All right. Ooh, these are kind of stuck together. This is just a winter one. Let it snow. Merry and bright. Love this one. Just all the cups. How pretty can you make these, right? There's not very many of these. I'm not into the gnomes, but I guess a lot of people are. I don't know what the... Oh, joy. I was like, why is there a Y? I'm 42 and no white hair and not so much wrinkles. Well, I'm 64 and I have got silver hair and tons of wrinkles. So how about that? This one's cute too for all the hot chocolates. And then just one that says snow. So if you have somebody that really loves winter, it's, can be used beyond Christmas. That was what I was thinking when I bought these. Yeah, I'm going to need a bigger bucket. And by mistake, guys, they sent me 2 of these. And then when you call Amazon, they're like, well, just keep it. I'm sure that's helping the price of everything. So sarcastic. All right. So these are identical, and I'm just going to show you one. I don't know if I've ever shared this. Uncle Steve that you see on my channel from time to time that helps me do all kinds of things. He did paint the chicken coop if I didn't share that. I mean, I hire and pay him for it. So He keeps honeybees and sells honey. So I want to make him one of these. These are so beautiful. Look at this. Is that not pretty? You know, for the person who has everything. Hold on, guys. Well, they're stuck together. I love this. The queen bee. And these are white backed, so they're going to really pop on the cup. You look like Bonnie Blue. It's the eyes, Bonnie Blue. I don't know who Bonnie Blue is. Here's a queen bee one. For that queen bee in your life, that would have been for my mother. We called her Queen Yvonne because when my mother said, do it, you better do it. And God love her, she was a frequent flyer with crises. So she had her front teeth were crowned. So she swallowed, it fell off and she ate it. So I took her to the dentist and I'm like, the queen has swallowed her crown. And then I ducked and bobbed and weaved so she couldn't slap me. All right. This is cute. This one's a little more whimsical with the honey. Ooh, this one's really pretty. Yeah, I think Steve would like that one. And so what I want to do is I want to use those on these big tumblers and make the honey drip, which is, I think, mineral oil and fat-based food coloring. Oh my gosh. Sounds like I drank my breakfast, doesn't it? You'll always be my queen bee. Just pretty. Oh, this is nice. It says humble and kind. And then this is just a bee. So, yeah. I think I got enough to get a good start. And I have Christmas ones, too. I think these are the Christmas ones. Yeah. So I actually think, I won't show them all to you. I love the little Debbie snack cakes. I have a shirt like this. And I actually have a recipe to try to make them on my own. The bees are lovely. And I think having some options, like not everyone, these tumblers I'm working with are glass. Not everyone's going to want a glass tumbler. Maybe they're accident prone. I don't particularly love drinking out of plastic. So that's just a me thing. Okay, guys, so let me dispose of this. Sparkly. And then here's the little silicone nubbin that I took out. Oops. Which way does that go? Well, I'm not really sure. Looks the same both ways to me. Okay, so this is when this little hook that you get from Cricut, or they have ones just like it at the Dollar Tree, so you don't have to have the Cricut brand tool. Let me push this back in. Well, that was easy. Is that right? Guys, how pretty is that going to be? So let's find a straw. Oh. Those are the plastic ones. That's not it. Okay, here we go. Y'all, this room looks like something blew up in it. I like the straws because they have this stopper. You crack me up. I'm laughing here at 11 o'clock at night, worried I'm going to wake my kids. You're hilarious and a great artist. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that people don't find me offensive. I've never told the funeral story. Okay, well, I did a really good job as a great artist. Let me try it from the top. Okay, that's too hard. I don't want to glue it. So, just a word of care about these. They're obviously hand washed, not dishwasher safe. Even the lid is washable because it's resined in. You can also take your cup out if you've used resin on the lid and just let it harden in the sun. It hardens faster with real UV light. I've been told. I've not tried it. Okay, that's too hard. Yeah. And the real challenge is getting that rubber discs back in there. I don't want to poke holes in it because this Cricut thing is kind of sharp. Well, can I leave you with anything funny? I'm trying to think. I need to go to Big Town today. Okay. Try not to get glitter on the straw. Laughter is a great medicine. I love to watch funny. Holy crap, why won't this go in there? I love to watch funny reels and stuff like that. Even on Facebook, I like some of the reels. I like the kitty reels. I like the chicken reels. Well, I'll be doggone. And usually, pretty much every day, my son goes to work really, really early, and he's the only person there. I mean, he's at work by like 4:30 most days. And I will send him a hilarious meme, or one I think is hilarious, just to kind of get his day started out right. And I was like, maybe I'm kind of annoying him, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to quit doing that. Oh, my Lord, the first day I missed, Ben's like, are you all right? You didn't message me. And I'm like, you gotta settle down, boy. Guys, I don't know why I can't get this back in here. It's definitely a me thing because it's not that hard. Let's see if we got another kind of tool. Oh, yeah. We're going to try the pokey thing. It's like when I try to slide the straw through, it doesn't want to go. So maybe I don't have it in there right. Oh, okay. You got that? Okay. That don't look right. Well, that's a minor thing. There we go. Now, we still haven't put the glitter butt on this. And there's a lot of other things you could do. You can obviously paint the lid if you didn't want to do all this. You can put the sparkles around the sides. The glitter is a little more challenging, and you have to do it like in pieces from what I've seen. But I think that's enough bling bling on the top. So there you go, Benny boy. What do y'all think? Did we do good on our creation? I think we did. Even though there's a weird turtle. And that's the first thing Ben will say. What happened to that turtle, Mom? Did it get run over by a car? You guys got to know my kid. One day then we'll close on this funny note since I've made people laugh. Thank you, Chicken Texas. Good morning, Patricia. Watching you in two rooms because I'm also watching a 2-year-old. I don't know who's more fun to watch. Brendan, that is like an ultimate compliment. He's going to love it. I think he'll love it too. Y'all know I made him a queen size crochet blanket of double thread. It weighs 11 pounds. So if he can turn over in bed with it, he's going to love it because he freezes all the time. So I was trying to explain to my kid that some folks are just born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ben was so young when I was single, and I did remarry, guys, and I was married a second time. I've been single for 28 years now. So that worked out great too, just saying. But anyway, I was not well off, guys. I mean, I struggled. But we never went hungry. We were always fed and clothed. Might not always have everything you want, but, everything we need. And so I was trying to explain that concept because he has a person that he works with that is definitely one born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Very entitled, very difficult. That's the best way I know to say it, right? And he also this person perceives themselves to be full of great wisdom. So I was trying to explain to Ben, that's because he's never really had to work for anything. And a lot of things were just given to him. So you just let that go by, right? And Ben's like, I don't need his advice. He may be working with a silver spoon, but I'm over here with a Taco Bell spork. That's my boy. That was like the best line ever. And it just poof came out of his head. So my son bought his first home last year, and he's 40 now. So he's finding out about home ownership, and he's turning into the crotchety neighbor who doesn't want the kids on his lawn and stuff. It's so funny. Hi, I hope I'm saying this right, Testy, and thank you for saying I'm so pretty. Guys, I will figure out this whole makeup thing eventually, but right now, as long as I'm clean and dressed reasonably modest, I don't care. I don't really care. And I took y'all to the store with me in my house shoes the other day. Who does that, right? I guess I do. My son is hilarious. He is so funny, and he's got that very dry sense of humor. So he'll say it, and then it's like the funniest thing ever, and you can't stop laughing. Like, I laughed till my belly hurt over the spork thing. So if I could find, Taco Bell no longer has sporks, by the way, guys. I checked. If I could find something to make out of sporks, like a picture frame and put a picture of us in it, I totally would do it. But I gotta find the sporks first. No need for makeup. Oh, well, thank you. I do have on foundation. I've been using the CoverGirl with sunscreen, because I walk outside and it's like, let's burn. And I think that's because of my medication. But guys, I'm going to call this like a huge success. I'll put the glitter bud on. I'll just use glitter. I don't know that I will. You can just seal it with clear epoxy too. I just want to leave it, make sure I've got all the air out of it. But I think he'll like it. It better be on his desk, because I'm going to go up and check. My son lives about 3.5 hours north of me. I don't mind children, but I hate cleaning up dog poop. I don't have any dog. I don't blame you. He's his mother's son, that's for sure. You were so close. Nice try. Oh, okay. Amaric. Am I saying that right? Amaric? Boy, I really screwed that up. Both my husband and I have gone to the store in our slippers by mistake. Yeah, I showed him in the video. I have these ones. I have like 14 pairs of slippers because it's always cold in my house in the winter. They're like moccasins. So they have like a rubberish bottom, and then they're furry. But I wouldn't wear them to the store. I don't want to appear on People of Walmart, That could happen. I better check that. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, I'm really tickled with what I've come up with. I may add a few more ice cubes for the ones that fell off to make it more even, but I'm trying to think. No, that's not gonna. That's what the straw looks like completely down. And it is a pretty hefty little thing because it's glass, but it's so pretty. Do I have that lid on right? Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm talking to myself now. Okay, I said it right. Well, I want to welcome everyone. You get to a certain age and you get a slipper stash. I know. And you also start buying like all of your clothing needs where you grocery shop. That's kind of humbling. I have to make myself stay out of the pajama section of Walmart. Guys, I would be mortified to count the number of pairs of pajamas I have. Shahin Riaz, hello. How old are you? I am 64. I will be 65 in March, so I'm actually 64 and a half. So, yeah, not a youngster here. No. So I'm going to say goodbye. I need to head to Big Town. I'm super glad I at least got that done. I still have more Christmas shopping to do. You seem young and nice. I like to laugh. Shahin Riaz. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you guys all for joining in. I always have so much fun doing these lives, and they're easier for me sometimes when I'm short of breath. Am I single? I'm committedly single for the rest of my life. I've been single for 28 years. I don't date. I'm good. I'm good. I have my chickens. I love my chickens and my kitties. I still have my 2 outdoor kitties, guys, and my 1 indoor Frankie. So, do you marry me? No, no. But I thank you. At least you didn't call me fat and ask if I had any teeth. All right, guys. Sassy Pumpkins, thank you. Sorry about all the trolls. Sandy, it's just part of it. And it's especially part of it when you do a live. The turtle theme would be a hit over here in Australia. Oh, yeah. Good night. Thank you. I'm subscribing. I'll be watching. Well, Emma, welcome. Oh, gosh. I've got one that is held for review. Oh, goodness. Wait a minute, y'all. My eyes are bleeding. All right, guys. To leave you with a laugh and a mess. Can you all see all the glitter? I don't know if it's going to show up. It's all over me, too. Guys, you all have a blessed day. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way out. I think most of you have already done that. And I'm going to close as I always do. Be healthy, be well, be blessed, and I'll see y'all a little bit later towards the weekend.